Okay, Sammy, you're here with me, and over the weekend we were talking about doing this so that people could hear the two sides of a partnership's story.
Mhm.
And we thought a good place to start would be the trauma response that I had back in February, which we neither of us were able to recognize as it was unfolding.
Mhm.
So, so again, just to get people to understand, it literally happened with my daughter putting her head on your shoulder, and without me even realizing, I was shot back to the last time that I was with my mum. Or not the last time, but the last real conversation I had with my mum, and that feeling of disconnection.
Mhm.
You didn't know any of this was happening. On the outside, what did I look like? I'm suddenly changing.
Yep. Yeah. Very suddenly changing, like the flick of a switch, really.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was so quick and so unexpected, I think it really sort of put me on the back foot and into the defensive or into shock or into
Mm-hmm.
something, but not into looking at, hang on, this is something we can recognise.
And again, I've got used to this with the work that I'm doing. I've got used to this, so it's more I could hear you saying you're ruining the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew that was just frustration. I managed to squeak out. I managed to squeak out trauma response.
Yep.
When you heard those words, how did that change how you were with me?
Sure. So that, I guess, turned a corner or flicked a switch or something in my brain, what there is of it, and put me rather than being angry or disappointed or whatever, I suppose, then I was into, I can see that this is a trauma response and um, need to reconnect and repair rather than go batshit crazy myself. So
And this is what I love about you, because you were supposed to be going to the airport and you made a change of plan.
yes, yep. So rather than dropping me off with lots of time and being super early for my flight, like it's always good to be. We took the time to go across to the beach and spend a few moments after we had dropped our daughter off and get things back on an even keel a bit.
Because we've practiced, haven't we? As a couple,
Yep.
we've practiced over and over about, so we didn't always get it right in the early days,
No. No.
but we've practiced safety 1st,
Mm-hmm.
then connection.
Yep.
Did I need to tell you that day?
Not really. I think it was sort of automatic, be it between one of us or the both of us. But yeah, it worked. So
And there was a really, really important part that you actually instigated. And it was more once I was connected back to you. Can you remember what you said that I really should do?
sure, you needed to reach out to Ayla and make sure that she was safe and secure and happy, I suppose,
Yeah.
because that was what the day was meant to be all about. So
And again, I think we've worked at this as a couple together, and knowing that she needed to know it was nothing to do with her
mm-hmm.
and everything to do with what happened to me in my past.
Yes, yep,
And I think as a family we've learned to separate what's happened to what's happening in the moment.
mm-hmm.
So as I just round this off for our first conversation
Sure.
together, if you could say something to a dad, to a mum that was maybe seen as maybe the angry mum,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to them? Run!
There's that. But maybe more take a deep breath and try and see what's behind the words and the actions, perhaps. Um, and yeah, see what the underlying situation is, and see if you can de-escalate that.
And do we still get it wrong even now after all the practicing that we do?
Definitely, definitely.